Have you ever been driving home and boom, your tire pops? If you haven't, it's not an ideal situation that you want to be in. Don't you want to be able to change a tire without asking for help? Fortunately, changing a tire is a very simple task that anyone can do. Alan Hong, researcher at Active Tools, stated that there are over 220 million flat tire incidents per year. That means chances of getting a flat tire are very likely for each person. All it takes is a jack, a lug nut wrench, and a little bit of effort. Today, I'm going to discuss with you the step-by-step process of changing a tire from hearing that horrific thud to getting back onto the road. Now that you've pulled over, you want to make sure that your e-brake is engaged first. Then, you want to pull out your lug nut wrench, your spare tire, and your jack. Now, most cars come with a scissor jack, but a hydraulic jack is more preferred in this situation. Jason Kobler, an editor from usnews.com, found out that 1/3 of teens are clueless about where to begin when changing a tire. The first thing is to loosen the lug nuts slightly while the wheel is still on the ground. Because the wheel is on the ground, you're able to turn the lug nuts without turning the wheel. Thus, you're breaking the resistance with the lug nuts so you'll be able to take off the tire. Next, you're going to want to jack up the car with the jack. You're going to want to put it under the frame of the car so you'll prevent any damage to the car when raising the car up. Once you raise the car up, you're going to want to completely remove the lug nuts from the wheel. When you remove the lug nuts, you want to turn them clockwise until they're completely off, and that's when you're ready to take off the wheel. When exchanging wheels, you want to put the old tire underneath the car to prevent any jack failure. When the jack failure occurs, the car is going to drop down because the jack could not support the car. Thus, if you put the old tire underneath the car, it's going to land on top of the old tire instead of you. That will prevent any serious injury from happening while you're changing your tire. Now, when you're putting the new tire on, it's going to be the exact same steps as if you're taking the tire off, but in the reverse order. Now, once you put the tire back on, you want to make it flush with the brake rotor. That way you're able to put on the lug nuts. And then when you put on the lug nuts, you want to make them figure tight. That means you're going to tighten the nuts until they're hand snug. So they're just connected, they're locked in place, and you're ready to lower down the car. Once you lower the car with the jack, you want to make sure that the wheel is touching the ground again. Now, you're ready to tighten the jack or tighten the lug nuts all the way. When tightening the lug nuts, you're going to do it in a specific order this time instead of like the first time when you took them off. If you have 4 lug nuts per wheel, you're going to do it in a crisscross pattern, kind of like an X. If you have 5 or 6, you're going to do a star pattern. This will prevent any damages to the wheel when driving off, and it will stop any of the lug nuts stripping from the wheel. Now that you have put your new tire back on and you're ready to drive off, most spare tires are not meant for long distances. Thus, when you have successfully changed your tire, you should immediately go to a shop to get a new one placed on there. Hopefully, these steps have allowed you to wrap your head around the process of changing your tire. Since flat tires occur commonly, it is important that everyone knows how to change a tire. Changing your own tire can reduce the cost and time instead of hiring professional and to wait for them to change it for you. Just remember to stay calm and relax and remember the steps you have been taught. Once you have mastered changing a tire, you're ready to get back on the road again.